Oh, wow. It was so many things. It was so many things. I got a lot of things written down, so because I want to try to get, just hit points. But
yeah, go ahead. Take time.
Going to Shabbat class every Saturday. That's where I want to start. There was never any worshiping of God. There was never ever any worshiping. As the Psalms say, raising our hands to God and worshiping. There was never any worshiping. There was never any um, prayer, reverence of God in the Shabbat classes. It was always, rehearsing the precepts. Let's rehearse the precepts, and everything was geared towards the men going out on the street, rehearsing certain precepts so you can tear down a Christian and with their beliefs. That was every Saturday.
Wow.
And it would always, even if it was it would always be a topic. It would always start off with a topic, but the topic was never addressed. We would always go back to, okay, brothers, will we, do you remember these same precepts? You need, quote to me, what's sin? What's keeping the commandments? 1 John 3:5. It was just like, it was quizzing.
Just a bunch of legalism.
A bunch of legalism. And it was like,
wow.
It was never any helping anybody, never delivering, never any operating through the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Nobody ever delivered from any demons. Nobody ever healed. Nobody ever prayed for it. No, I mean, it was nothing. And I'm like, okay, I want my children to worship God when we go to so-called church.
Exactly.
This is not, we don't ever worship God. The music is centered around us being Israelites. We the Israelites, we the Israelites. None of the music is worshiping God, and I'm sitting here like, okay, this is becoming man-centered, and I'm seeing this thing, and I'm like, I understand I'm filthy. My righteousness is as filthy rags. I can't do anything of myself. And a lot of it also is when I started to ask my ex-husband, my significant other at the time. They never told the women anything. Like, it was so much that was talked about amongst the men that wasn't talked about, out in the open with the women. So I started to ask him, what's the doctrine? Like, do we believe in the deity of Christ? Because none of that was ever touched. Like I said, every Sabbath, It was a precept packet quiz every Saturday.